Hey, this is Didi Sanchez from Scrappy Gamer DDS. I'm back and I'm going to play with my paper pumpkin and talk about some other designs. I'm not sure how long things will take me, so we'll walk through as much of it as we can. So I had to go get my acrylic block. I did play with one of these coin envelopes, that's what they're called, and made it to just see if I'm going to be fumbling. You can see there's a little bit of wrinkling going on because there's a couple of do's and don'ts. You think you know better and then you find out you don't really know better. So that's one thing. I also wanted to grab these little photo boxes that I got from Michael's. Every now and then they have their storage sales, and I just pretty much keep all of my paper pumpkin stamps that come. So my welcome kit, my Hey There Man, and the July kit. So this is my 4th month. I thought I had been doing this a lot longer. And my stops, stamping up spots, which I can always use. So I keep all that in one container. If I grow out of it, I can transfer the stamps in one and the spots in another. I also have another one that keeps like scraps, so like my Hey Man kit with the twine and the baker's twine from the other kit, so that anything that's big enough, bigger than a quarter, possible to use in another craft, might as well keep on to it because it's such good quality. And I do have some from the July, just I guess I haven't put it into these guys yet. So let's begin with what they give us. So I decided to just straight up use what they gave us to make the big card and the envelope coin envelope. Sorry. So, you know, you just wrap it around a couple times, and then you decide that that's where you want to cut off your linen thread. So I don't really have a measurement on this string, and so I'm going to do the little one, so you'll see it's the same exact process. And these are rather the same as well. So you were given card bases, pre-scored. So look, pre-scored, you saw that? So simple to fold. So now we have our little tent card, and they're going to be in landscape mode because all of the die cuts are done in landscape mode. So that's fine. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take the Hello Honey, and we're going to open up that spot, and we're going to grab the little polka dot that they gave us, and put that on the edge over there. And we're pretty much, I have some paper here, I'm going to just stamp off just to make sure that it's good to go. And we're just going to stamp the little polka dot just randomly all over our little sign here, in between the letters, down the side, and so forth. I'm not going to hit the bottom because this banner is definitely going to go there. So you want to make sure that you leave yourself some space in the bottom for that. So you put it there and say, okay, well, I need another little dot there. Now I'm re-inking every single time, but I could have easily not re-inked and gotten myself a look that was stamping off, would have light and darks in the dots. I think I'm going a little dot crazy. I'll put one more over here, and I think this, yeah, one right here. There we go. Okay. Alright, so my dot, just stamping off on some paper. And now I'm going to put my dot back on here. And since I'm using the one that says hello, I'm going to say make today a good one. So I don't know if you had saw them when I showed them before, but basically what they say is right here. So you have 4 sentiments that you can coordinate with the 4 different sayings that are cut out. So you have hello, congrats, you have smile, and you have thanks, and you have it's your birthday, make today a good one, you are seriously amazing, to the best friend ever. So I'm just going to do hello, and I'm going to add to that the phrase make today a good one. So I'm going to take my ink spot and I stuck this down, and I'm going to stamp it up this way because the stamp is kind of small, the ink spot is small, and I don't want to get a whole mess on my acrylic block. So what's good is you can see if you hit everything, and then once you have, you're going to have to position, make sure that you can read it the correct way in the acrylic block, and then go over your banner, center it straight down and up. And you say, make today a good one. Okay. So we're going to pop that up. So this is kind of a narrow. I'm going to cut one of these dimensionals in half. I don't want it peeking out from underneath. So we put that there, we put that here. And so this is the basic idea of what they gave you. So you want to be able to do these. Make today a good one. Just pop it up there. Has some dimension. Right? So you made today a good one. Think I'm straight? Yeah. Then on the back of this, you're going to add some more dimensionals. So we'll just pop one in the corner so it's popped up. And that's going to add the shadow within the word hello to the stripe that's behind it. So we're going to take that off. Okay. And can't get the little plastic off. Here we go, last one. We're going to lay this down. We're going to center on the card. Okay. Put it down. If it's not, don't press down until you're happy with where it is. Let me do this again. So I try to hold it with one hand and try to get the top and bottom. Eyeball that and then press down my dimensionals. So we have that little bit of shadow that's happening with the hello. Okay. So I did a lot of yellow hello honey dots. And not all of them came out perfect. You know, I got this little guy here, and even he's a little weird. So you know what? This is a perfect time to take out those sequins and add some sequins. They're perfect for covering up those little boo-boos that you just didn't quite like. Or, you know, they're part of the kit. So what was suggested was to take the dot, put it where you want it, press it down, and then peel that paper off. And I'll show you a little closer. So I'm going to cover that guy. I'm going to put another one here, cover that one. And I'm not too keen about this guy here. So I have 3 there, but it's kind of heavy on that side. I'm going to put one here where there wasn't a mistake, and another one down here. So I'm actually going to add 5 sequins, right? So we've got that there. So what you're going to do is you're going to peel up the plastic. So right now I take this off. It may not look like anything, but the adhesive, you see it's a little shiny? The adhesive's there. So you're going to take your sequins and just press it down onto the little sticky spot. And it's got a little bit of dimension. I put it like a cup facing up. So I'm going to just peel off all of those. Grab the sequins, pop it on, press it down, peel it off. Peel it off the other one, we'll do one more. And one more over here. So it's always a design. I'm sure you've heard this about threes and odd numbers. So that's why I decided on 5. I have 5 little sequins. So if you like the way that looks, then you're good to go. If you feel that there's an empty spot, then you need to add a little more. Okay, so this is the first card, how it was intended by Stampin' Up. And the envelope. So the moment of truth is that this should fit inside, right? So we're going to try that out because we want to make sure that everything's going to work. So look how nicely that slides right in there. Awesome. So we have one good to go. And we can address this however we want. I'm not sure if you can mail these with this. Maybe not. I'd have to check with the post office on that. But that's one done. Okay. So let's talk about these. If you saw my other video, I referenced making a template, which was an idea from Hawaii Paper Party. And she also found that there are some idiosyncrasies when you need to assemble this. So the holes will match up perfectly for that brad. And the sticky strip is here. So you need to stick this down. I wouldn't stick it down like crease this. I would just, nice, comfortable, and just lightly press it down. I want to be able to have that little bit of puffy pillowness because I'm going to need to stick my fingers in here to do the brad. Okay? And then I can worry about the creases now because it's already stuck down, so I gave myself enough room. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to select your cutout circle, and I chose a yellow one again. You're going to take your brad, insert it into the circle. That hole is already punched for you, and separate the brad just slightly, not a lot, and then put it back together just so that you can really find it, because remember, once you stick it through this hole, you're not going to see anything. It's all about feel. So you're going to go in and you're going to use your nails to find the separated prongs and pull them apart and then make them nice and flat. There you go. So that'll be nice and flat. See, no problem. And so again, when you do this, once you push it through, you want them to separate so that at least they have a little bit of a separation that your nails can get into. And so we again separate them and make them flat. So this is the last little strip. I'm going to just fold it up. And now I have my little card. So we can take our linen thread, walking you through this, right? And get it past the circle. Give yourself some tying length. Tie a little knot. So I would tie it once till it goes to the brad, and then I would tie it again because I want at least one side to be nice and secure. So now that knot is under there, nice and hidden. And then what I'm going to do is go around the bottom one once, around the top one the other side, and then around the bottom and loop. And that's about as much as I need, and just cut myself a length so that it has enough that I feel like I'm using, my coin envelope efficiently. Okay, so that's that. With this one, I decided to make the stars my focal, and so again, score it. We're gonna fold it down. This guy's gonna go here, and we're gonna need a banner. So we're done with our brads, we're done with our sequins, because I don't really think that's going to work for me, the sequins on the green. So I got to be really careful with what I do here. And there's a little note. I like to make little note cards, little note card sets, boxes, whatever, with like a set of 4. Something small that, you know, having female friends, you can just like make a set of these and then, you know, wrap them with a piece of ribbon and then be able to like tuck it into a friend's bag, and then she'll find it as a happy little gift later on. I think that's a really sweet idea. And so I've done those before. With this one, I think I'm going to do It's Your Birthday. I'm going to make this like as if it's a gift tag to add to a present. So we're going to take off the other one. I'm going to have to scrub them out with the stamping scrub later. Take off this and put this guy here, and take off It's Your Birthday. So It's Your Birthday. So I'm going to do the banner first. Where did it go? It flew away. No, seriously, where did it go? Alrighty then, so I don't know where the banner flew off to. Oh, here it goes. Okay. So I like the Hello Honey. The Hello Honey is all over the envelopes. I really want to have that match with the card. The card has the Hello Honey, and I believe this is the Lagoon something. I don't know. I'm so horrible. Such a horrible demonstrator right now. I have other stamping spots that I could possibly use. I'm just looking. I have Basic Gray. I'll stay with the Hello Honey. Stay with the kid's intention. Open up my spot, ink up my It's Your Birthday, It's Your Birthday. Last time I didn't stamp off. I know you probably noticed that it was a little weird looking, but that's okay. It's a handmade card. I've said this before. Handmade cards are going to have things that just don't look 100% perfect. That's the nature of being handmade. So it's fine to, you know, have a little snafu and go with it. So I'm gonna take It's Your Birthday, center it, and stamp it on the banner. And let's see how this one came out. It's a little better. I don't know, something's a little funky with this, but okay. Maybe it needs a good cleaning. That could be the case. Sometimes they have residue. Alright, so I'm gonna put this on dimensionals and put this across the birthday. So what's going to happen is that when you have the dimensionals on here, you're going to have to consider putting extra in the center because it will be double height. And that's another trick that I got from our friend at Hawaii. So we all share with each other, which is an awesome community that we have going on here, crafters. As I like to always say to everybody that I know, that crafty people are very friendly people. Okay, so I'm taking off my dimensional backing, and so I'm going to put this, well, maybe I should have left the middle one. I'm going to put this right there. Okay. And it's a little sideways. Remember, we don't press down. It's a little off too much to one side, so we don't press down right away until we're really, 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 really happy with the position. One more try. Okay, I think this is about as good as I'm going to get. So this guy in the middle, I'm going to cover him back up again because I forgot to stamp around here. So the polka dot was okay, but I think this time I'm going to bring out this guy. I don't know if this is going to work. No, it's too big. Maybe not. Alright, I'll stick with the polka dots and do some polka dots. Not as many as before because it's a very small card, but enough. And so we're going to do 1, 2, and so I'm going to stamp on, stamp off. 3, 4, 5, 6. Pick up sticks. No. 7, and then a light one over here. 8. Okay. So I've done that. Some stamping. And, you know, they're not shiny. It's regular ink. You can maybe add some glossy accents. Let it dry a little bit. Just to add that little brilliance without it being a sequence. And now we're going to pop up the card to the card base. And so what I'm going to do is, because I'm going to pop this up, right? It was suggested, and it was a really smart suggestion, that we double height this guy in the middle. So I should have probably showed it to you beforehand. But if you notice, right, they're going to be high. And if, look in the center, if it wasn't there, it wouldn't be the same height. So that's a good suggestion. And here we go. I know these videos, I don't know how to shorten them. I do them live as I go, so I'm hoping that you're, you know, making your way through them. Okay, so now again we try to eyeball. So why did I turn that over? Sometimes, I don't know if you can see this, there's a little bit of a white edge. Sometimes it'll score, even in the best day, you can score slightly off. So I'd rather have that be in the back. See how this side doesn't have it? So when I do the score and I first fold it, I see if that has happened. And if that has happened, I use the front. Okay, just another little helpful bit of information. And here we go. So now we have this. So we can easily use this as a birthday tag. I can punch a hole right through the center here, put the linen thread, and then dangle it off a bag. But we have our little coin envelope. So again, let's see how great the fit is. Awesome fit. Okay, and one more time, boom, we're gonna go like this, and our coin package envelope is done. Okay, so what else can be done? Well, if you visited Hawaii Paper Party, and I seem to be like her biggest fan right now because I've mentioned her quite a few, but you know what, you give props where props are, and that's who I saw. And she had some of the same ideas, which was to layer these items and to make the most of it, because we only get 4 of the large envelopes and 4 of the small envelopes. So with that said, if I use the hello, and then I use a thanks, and then I use a smile, and then I use a congrats, I still have 4 of these that are going to kind of go to waste. I mean, they shouldn't. We're all crafty people. We should be able to do it. So I liked her idea, and was something that I had thought of as well, which is to take the card bases, let's say this guy here, cut it down the center, back these guys up, and then put them on a white card base or another card base of a coordinating color. So actually, with one of these card bases, you can get 2 cards. So I've got 2 cards out of 1 because I just use my regular white card bases. So that's one thing that you can do to maximize your paper pumpkin. We already talked about her idea of making the template. And we can do the same thing with the small guys, right? Cut them out and make them be our backings on another card base. That's another choice. Something that I haven't done, and I'm not going to take you through the paces right now, I'm going to talk about it, is to maybe mist or use this as a stencil. We have rubber daubers, stamping daubers, and we can ink up the figures and go through here, and we can do this onto something and then create an outline of the rubber dauber to accentuate this. We can cut this down, make it a little narrower. That's an option. There's so much that you can do. I was thinking of like shimmer paper with all the glitter behind here. It would be so pretty. And then on top of another card base. Ink the edges. So, I mean, there's a lot of ideas, but they're out there already, so I'm not going to keep you very much longer. I just wanted to come through with a how to assemble as is the project. So we went step by step. We talked about, you know, what you save, everything you don't use goes into your paper pumpkin saving. So I'm going to take all my ink spot now. I'm going to take my, where's my little plastic thing? My sentiments and everything. Once I'm done, it's going to go straight into my little case. And as the time goes by, I'm going to eventually probably grow out of this, but it's still a good option for now. Okay, so thanks for watching, and remember, leave me a comment if you live in Glendale, Queens, and you want to be part of Stamping Up and join Paper Pumpkin. You can select me as a demonstrator. If you have any questions, give me a message. And again, crafting's not a spectator sport, so we got to get our hands dirty. And thanks for watching.